let me take the opportunity to say a pleasant morning to Grenada, Carriacou, and Piedmont, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean states. Folks locking it down the world over. We laugh, we cry, we share the ride. No just to remind you, it's yet another Tuesday. It's Tuesday, the 7th of July, 2026. Welcome to Take 5. Jester, talking truth with CJ and Jester. And pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space just for you. Your favorite mental health show. Your breath, take your time. We're here to realign your mind. Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home.
At Sugar's Repair Services, we offer digitally calibrated machines, resurfacing engine heads, general machinery. Show us your pattern and we'll make it with precision machines. At Sugar's Repair Services, we satisfy your needs. Just ask and it will be done. Call us at 473-418-1845. Sugar's Repair Services.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. 2 good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure to find. I'll take 5 with CJ and Jester. Talking truth and lifting pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space just for you. Take a breath, take your time. We're here to realign your mind. Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home. It's okay to not be okay. Let's talk it out, don't drift away. Mental health, it matters most. So come in close and raise a toast to the ones who fight each day. To the silent words they never say. You're strong, you're seen, you're truly heard. We got your back, you've got our word. Oh, take 5 with CJ and Jester. Talking truth and lifting pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space just for you. Take a breath, take your time. We're here to realign your mind. Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home. We laugh, we cry, we share the ride. No judgment here, just love and light. You've got a place right here to stay. So take 5 and heal today. Take 5 with CJ.
All right.
Talking truth.
We usually have Kenro praying for us.
Every Tuesday, 10 to.
But she can't get through at this moment. I don't know, something the phone calling directly is okay, but I realize calling on WhatsApp seems to be a little issue, which we'll have to get sorted out.
Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home.
All right, so let us all put ourselves in the proper frame of mind as we approach the Almighty Father God. We thank you once again for rising up from the bed this morning, Father God, by your will, your power, your might. We honor you, we glorify you, we lift you on high. God, we give you all the thanks and praise, which you richly, truly deserve, Father God in heaven. And so as we are about to do what we set out to do today, we ask you to guide us as we go along in our different ways. We invite your mercies, we invite your spirit, Father in heaven, to guide us along. Prevent us from any form of harm, accident, and danger And so specifically, Father, I ask you to please show your blessing upon this morning's program, guide our thoughts, that it may be beneficial to the entire nation, not just here, but abroad. We ask this through your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Are you looking for that one local supermarket where you can purchase all your grocery and household items at the same time? Oh, wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices come.
All right, so we have already approached the Master,
The sunlight in your mind.
asking for his guidance and protection and his blessing on this morning's program.
CJ and Jester talking.
What I do hope is we don't get messed up by Green like this.
Tuesday, 10 to noon.
Oh gosh, so let me just go over and link up
Just for you.
with CJ, the lady herself.
Your time.
That full,
We're here to
short,
realize.
spicy lady. Clay, good morning to you.
Good morning, Justin. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank God.
You
I'm
sure?
all right.
You're not centered on your camera.
That's what I'm trying to do here, man. I hope I'm a little bit better. This.
No, go more. Yeah, you're good now. Bring it. Perfect. Rub a little
Right.
more. Rub a little more. Your head has too much head space. No. Pop. One more.
Up.
Good. Yeah, you're good now.
All
Yep.
right. Yeah, that's it there. That's it there, girl. Nice to see you, my dear.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank God I'm all right, man. Yeah. Thank God for so much. You have to be
Yes.
grateful at all times. Yeah.
It is another Tuesday.
Yeah.
Could you believe it is already the 7th of July?
And Claire, let me tell you something. We just talk about months finishing fast. And in my opinion, I always believe that July finishes the fastest. Yeah.
Why would you say so? What
I don't.
proof do you have?
I think is. I normally feel so because of all the major carnival shows that start within that month. So somewhat it takes up your attention, and you don't feel like the day is going, but you're running so fast.
It's not only July, it's every one of the months these days.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
they already have the soca preliminaries been done. And yeah, which ended on Sunday at Guav. It started off on Thursday at Tantin. On Friday, there was at last at Jess. Saturday, they were down at the bus terminus in Certes. And on Sunday, it climaxed at Guav at the Cuthbert Peters Park in Guav.
Listen, your mic is too much in your face. I don't know if you could move it a little bit. A little bit away from you. No, you put it too much in your face now. Good. Yeah. You're good now. Just leave it alone. Yeah. So it's my time to say good morning.
Oh, yes.
Let me start by saying good morning to the farmers. You know who she is? The farmers.
No free pizza here.
No, well, you have two farmers, you know. You have one farmers not close to me, and you have the other farmers. The farmers is not Caitlin Harley Douglas. Caitlin Harley Douglas gets a name for herself. The farmers, JG across the seas. Good morning to
Yeah.
Bernadette Abraham. Coffee in the morning. Daphne Dayton family in Toronto here. Good morning to the Hill Street people. Good morning to the Glen family. Olavachi, buongiorno. NP, good morning. Lorna Bain, I see you already on the live. Good morning to you. Junior out there on the Grande Tang. Mary in Toronto, like Chance the Game 97. Good morning to my dear son Malka. Hope all is well. Thank you for checking in. Good morning to Kenro. Nicholas Snag. Chester Bandy David, Pat Pear and family, good morning to you. William Pear, SPW, good morning. Hope all is well with you. Good morning to Buddy in the Lane. Welcome back. Kathleen Ledlow, Royal Charles Alexander, we're saying sheshe. Hope you're back soon. Good morning to Antonia Francois. Gloria Francois, and Antonia Dubois, that is wifey Aito. Good morning to Aito, Ted Bushes, Justin Tutman, Wendy here in Toronto, Carol Belfon, Shadi Belfon. Good morning to Nikki Sylvester. Good morning to the Elite Warriors. Good morning to each and every one of you for checking in with us this morning. And let me not, last but not least, good morning to the university under the
Cashew tree.
Yes, good morning to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. And we have a beautiful program for you this morning based on the festive season that we have started, as Jester had mentioned. Jester, it's over to you.
Yes, well, let me take the opportunity to say special good morning to Gordon Bushes, Richardson, Wayne, Ted, John, Andy Moose, Bartholomew, Mrs. Glean and family out there in Boston, good morning. Kathy out there in London, good morning to you. Justin Tutman and his wife, good morning to you. The Hill Street people, how can I miss out Celia and family? Claire out there in Maho, good morning to you, my dear. Michelle Godchild out there in Riverside, good morning. Miss Gladys in Maddie's, Trisha out there in St. David's, good morning to you. Miss Patricia Bisesa, good morning to you as well. Yeah, did I miss out anyone who I normally?
I don't know. How would I know that?
If I did, and I remember at some point in time, I certainly will acknowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you stay that way, Jester, you're moving so much that if you use your face, the camera blocks your face. And if you stay right where you are, instead of turning left, right, and center, you're going to see you because right now, half of your face, right now, you're okay. But when you start talking and moving all about the camera, just block your face and no one is seeing your mugshot.
Okay.
As though you're in prison.
I hear you.
Mugshot.
But I said the important thing is hearing me.
No. If you put yourself on camera, they got to see you.
The important thing, you already know I'm there, man.
Nah, do it right.
Oh, gosh.
So, yes, it is 10:15 already. We got to get it going. So, what you want to chit chat about, say it fast. Football. Football.
Of course, we must touch on football, Claire. I am heartbroken, my team Brazil exits. Yeah, we lost.
Remember, the other team is playing, right?
We lost to Norway on Sunday. We lost 2-1. But I believe is a case where we have to blame ourselves. We did not capitalize on the opportunity that was presented to us. For example, we got a penalty during the match. We squandered it. There was a clear chance again with one of the strikers. But Norway has one of the striker is one of the best finishers in the world. That's Haaland, Erling Haaland.
Okay.
He plays for Manchester City in the English Premier League. And I tell you, he's a great finisher, man. He scored two. He scored the 2 goals for Norway.
You're speaking Dutch to me because I don't know who they are and I don't look at football. I just look at the score.
Yeah, but it's not just for you. Remember, we have people listening to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Claire, what amazed me really, right? And for me, and I'm saying it point blank, I kind of lose my respect for FIFA.
You're not the only one based on what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Honestly, that kind of precedent that is being set, it's just so unfortunate, yeah. And because there was the striker for the US, right? He got a red card, and the referee went and reviewed it, and that's the whole thing, because you have VAR, they know. When you hear about VAR, it means video assistant referee. So if you're in doubt of something that went on during the course of the match, you can go and refer to it. After the man went and he go and look carefully at it. Came back, the decision was a red card.
And
red card. And
he got a phone call?
Not the referee. And the president of the United States, had the belly to say he called for review.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how could this? Clarence, I don't even want to
Well,
continue to
let's
speak.
not let's not talk about it because it happened. Everybody saw it. Everybody
This
heard.
is
Just move
just
along. Yeah,
just so
it's
amazing. But
who got the
I like
power.
how
You see.
you know what I like how Belgium take care of them last night. Crack four of the very best in day.
Mm, yeah. Well, it's football. Two teams are playing. That's it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's
Yeah.
yeah. What else? So I tell you, that's it. The carnival
Well,
is on.
Canada lost. At least they made it far. They went into the 16. They didn't make it into the
Yeah.
8. But I mean, nobody expected them to reach that far, so they have to congratulate themselves.
So yeah. So interestingly, all three host countries now are out at
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
stage. Started off with Canada first, and then it was Mexico, and last night was the
The
USA.
US. Okay. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
that happens. Teams play. There is a competition, and we cannot expect. Well, we like people like the team in the country to win, but then there are better players out there. Let me tell
Yeah.
you. Did you know what I did on the weekend?
No, how would I?
Who sing all night long? You know who sing that? And they
Yeah,
sing
yeah.
hello.
Chi.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I went to see Lionel Richie on Saturday with
Oh
Earth, Wind
yes.
and Fire. Let me tell you, used to see
Uh,
girl in the stadium.
Trust
Music,
me.
it's in pain. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
Well,
was really,
I can understand.
it was really, really, really good.
You
Sold
must have
out
had a
crowd.
bumper time. You must
Oh,
have had a bumper time.
I mean, that's the first time I've seen him. I've went to see Michael Bolton. I went to see Lady Antebellum. I went to see a few of them. I never got to see Lionel Richie, but it was, let me tell you, it was really, really, really good. And I went with my bestie. Who's my bestie?
Ulana.
Oh yes. Went and it was really really good. I think everybody just was up and dancing away because these are the songs that we knew that we grew up with.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
amazing. Earth, Wind and Fire was not bad at all. When they started off, I'm like, yeah, eh. But then,
No, but we not for some great songs too, man.
well, yes, they give us
Yeah.
they give us the not so good one up front, and then they give us the real one that everybody knows. And let me tell you, it was a bumper time. Look, Lorna said it was an amazing show. It was really good.
Did they give you a Christmas in September?
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yes, I got that. Yeah, yeah. We got that.
Yeah,
We got
yeah,
yeah, we
yeah.
got all of that. There are only 3 original members of Earth, Wind, and Fire right now. I think Bailey, the one with the long, long hair. He has his long hair, and he's really tall. But let me tell you, the band for Lionel Richie, ooh, let me tell you, those guys are God. They're good.
Yeah.
The main guitarist, I think he threw out all of his guitar picks to the crowd when he finished playing in the songs, and so it was really good. But I'd go see him again if I have to. Although he's 77 years old, I don't know how long he's going to perform again, but he's on world tour.
Well, it's good to see Lionel Richie was in that show and he was able to continue because the last time I was looking at, he had to stop in a show the last time.
Yeah.
I think he was unwell.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
sick. But here this,
Yeah.
he said he said that he wasn't well. And he says it's amazing the amount of remedies people have when you're not well. He says one old lady met him. She said to him, Lionel, this is what happens when you turn 80. The man not even 80 years yet. This is what happened when you turn 80. He says, okay. Another one says, Lionel, you don't have to run across the stage like you're young, You should get a scooter. I bought one for my husband. Just drive along the stage while you're singing. He says, well, a scooter doesn't look sexy on stage. He said, you're at the age where you need a scooter. Then he said another one told him, Lionel, all you have to do is take some castor oil and rub behind your ears and you are back. So he said that the 3 remedies he got. I don't know if he tried any, but he was back on tour doing his thing. And let me tell you, Toronto loved him. It was really, really, really good.
Yeah. Lionel. But he looks good for his age, Claire.
Well, after you do all the plastic surgery, how could you not look good? If you're tighter than security at the moment, what do you?
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, he did the plastic surgery. He and Smokey and Kenny Rogers. And as a matter of fact, Kenny Rogers sang with him. Lady. He sang with him on stage. Eh? I don't know how they do this thing these days, but all dead people could come back and sing.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
the technology these days
Yes,
makes,
yes.
yeah.
So, yeah. So I just wanted to tell you my weekend was a blast because I went to see Lionel.
Yeah, yeah, well, I can understand. I can understand.
It was
Yeah,
good.
yeah, the bumper time.
Yes, yes, yes.
Great,
And
great,
so
great.
now we're going to dive into our program. Now,
Yeah,
just based on the season that is approaching Grenada at the moment, or the whole Caribbean per se, except Trinidad, because Trinidad has theirs in February. But as far as I know, they have Grenada, they have St. Vincent, Barbados, all those places are sort of coming up to the carnival festivity, as they say. So there was a carnival launch in Grenville on Sunday, was it?
yes,
And
yes.
somebody called me and they says, Claire, I said, yes. He says, did you see what's going on in Granville? I said, no, I'm not looking at it. Where I am, I can't see anything that, So he says, we need divine intervention. I said, okay. I said, well, what happened? He said, all kind of badness that you could think about. So I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if that is the case, then maybe we should just have a topic on how to take care on the road, practical safety during carnival. Because the thing what I want to hit you with, it's all about you after the carnival is over.
Well, yeah, well, let me tell you that you're singing too much politics. That is why you keep getting licks, Calypsonian.
Who is that
Carnival
saying
is
that
looking
now?
up and down. So just sing me to road match song to wine and jam.
Who
But girl,
that?
I love the carnival. And I love to jump up with you on Juve, man. But on the other hand, I have to be concerned about this land.
Who
Because when
that
the
saying that?
carnival over,
There you
we
go. It's
still
all
be
about
that
you.
brighter day. When
Mm.
we done dance this soca, our problems won't go
Okay,
away.
okay, okay. Easy now. The sun is shining. Easy. Easy, easy.
National debt levy will still be here with we.
All
And
right.
they might tell we
We're doing a
next, we
mental health
going to
program, eh?
the
We're not singing
island.
calypso. Let's go.
Yes.
So yes,
So
when the carnival
we have
over,
to
it's still
concern
all
about the
about
nation's
you.
future. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it's
Mm.
all about you. So now it says that care during carnival is not about restriction. It's about responsibility to self, to others, to the shared space we move through. It says Carnival has always required awareness long before wristbands, barricades, or official advisories. People learn how to survive the road by reading bodies, energy, and timing. Care was never separate from celebration, it was embedded in it. So, the most important word that we are dealing with today is what, Jester? Care. How to care for one another, how to care for ourselves during the carnival
During the carnival
season.
season.
Yes, because it says it is not about the celebration, and so it's how we care for each other, how we care for ourselves during the carnival season. And we know, Jester, that a lot of things take place during the carnival season, things that we
Yeah.
have to scratch our head about after the season is done. It says the
This,
road has always been joyful and demanding. Knowing how to move inside it is part of the culture. I know my son loves carnival. He loves his job. But I'm telling you something. I can put it on my plate or in my saucer in my cup that he takes care of himself when he's out there doing his job thing. He's not stupid. You understand? And a lot of people just go ahead as though, well, carnival come, my life just start, and before they know it, their life is over just the same way too.
well, this job thing, I have tried this job thing on one occasion. Just as how I started, just so I ended.
Is that?
I'm telling you, listen, for two reasons. For one, the kind of chant the jab and them does create. I mean, when you look at
It's
people
dangerous.
along the street and they will hear you repeating this sort of thing. Not that I don't, sometimes I do a two up sin will slip out from my mouth. I've been on street out. But to deliberately and blatantly, and then you look at the kind of people on the side that
And there are little children in that band too.
I that, but that year Southside they make us vex to him, man. Southside. Why didn't they make
Okay.
it Baptist?
I
So the
don't
man
know.
himself there. Right. And then no, when I had to clean up after, boy, I buy me squeezy and thing, clear and I go in the river. Because you
Mm.
know, I grew up in Mount Craven. When I did and I in around the water around me, when I look, I see a dead girl on the other side.
That's because you whatever you wash your
Ah,
chemical in, yes.
how much? I just pick up and I go in the pipe in the junction in Mount Craven Junction. When you enter Mount Craven, you know, there are pipe
Mm-hmm.
stand there. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not there anymore. But you still have a pipe. The right there on that stand. And that's where I went on and decided, you know that. That's it. Jab, you're gone for good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I me don't even want nobody to come and dirty me. But some people just play jab and they feel it's fun when you meet people who they know. You just want to soil them up. And I
Yeah.
don't go for that at all at all. I don't like people to come and try these sort of things with me.
Okay.
You job, play your job on your own.
Yes. So before we continue, let me say good morning to those on the live. It's Lorna Bain, Jomal King Joseph, Chansey Gamer 97. He's all on the live and he says, come on, Jester, Black Roots need you to sing when the carnival over, but hush. Just hush.
Black who said that song, actually, you was asking.
Not me. Black Wizard, okay. Right.
You're asking
Yes,
Black
who
who
that?
said that.
Yes. So here we start off with safety is culture, knowledge, not fear. So safety is about knowledge, it's about culture, but it's not fair. You shouldn't be fearful when you're out there celebrating, as is what he's saying. It says there is a persistent idea that talking about safety kills the vibe. That assumption misunderstands what safety actually is. Safety is not control, policing, or fear. It is knowing your limits, recognizing when energy shifts, and understanding that freedom without awareness becomes danger. Carnival does not reward recklessness, it rewards attunement. And that is true. Based on what was said to me on Sunday, seems that there was a lot of recklessness going on there. So we have to get it in our head. The revelers have to get it in their head. Once you're celebrating, yes, you're playing carnival, but that does not mean that you're going out of whack. It said it's not about control. It's not about policing of fear. And you see sometimes, or most times, or all the time when there's carnival, you have police, what do you call it, parading, or not parading, walking around the bands, walking around the streets,
Patrolling.
patrolling, that is the word, patrolling around so that the people are going to be safe. And they're not trying to control you from enjoying what you're doing. It's all about safety and it's not about fear. You should not be fearing or have for yourself that when the police is there, so they're going to arrest me. No, it is about you taking pride in what you're doing, even though you are having fun. Because when you miss that, when you don't pay attention, you don't recognize what's going on, the energy shift, that's where it becomes dangerous because you're not paying attention to what's going on around you. And this is what most everybody is supposed to do. Even though you're jumping in the band and having all the time of your life, you got to pay attention to what's going on around you.
Oh
That
yes.
just a few years ago, well, not a few years ago, I went to New York and it was a September. And my mom said to me, let's go to the parkway. And I'm like, I don't really want to go. I don't do crowds well. And so she said, you're in New York. Let's go to I said, okay. So we walked. And I'm standing there, and I just get this feeling that I should not be there. So I said to her, I want to go home. I'm sad, I'm getting anxiety attack. She says, okay. We went back home. Before we even got home, Jester, there was a shooting, everybody running and so you see, that's why I'm saying that if you're not paying attention to the mood of the crowd or the movement of it, you could get trapped into something that you just go there to have fun with or to just watch.
You see, the thing is, right? Whereas some people are prepared during this time of year, carnival season, to have fun and enjoy themselves, there are other people who use the opportunity to try and do their worthlessness. I
Mm-hmm.
would, you
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they will have that kind of time to try to do the badness. So we all have to be aware of that. All right. And as you say, we have to be, first of all, self-conscious of our immediate environment, what we, where we are at the moment, dealing with what, and you have to be careful. In days when I used to be really jumping up in the barn when Specky really used to hit up the place and thing, have me like piece of short pants, and but I'll have my money in my nude pocket. I don't carry no wallet.
Mm.
There are men in the crowd that go look to be picking people. You understand?
Mm-hmm,
There
mm-hmm.
are people, there are people that lost their wallet and thing in crowds and thing. So you have to
Because
be aware of certain things.
yes, yes. It says, know your capacity before you hit the road. And these are some really valid questions. And I know there are a lot of people that are planning from the diaspora to go to Grenada for Carnival, and a lot do. And you'll hear some of them making comments like, oh, I haven't slept in days from one show to the other, to the other, to the other. Hear what it says here. Care starts before music, before drinks, before costumes. Ask simple, honest questions. How rested am I? Have I eaten properly? Am I hydrated? How long do I realistically have energy for? What substance, if any, am I using and how do they affect me? Isn't that solid, solid question, Jester?
Oh yes. Oh yes. And it all comes into play. And you see, the thing is not just for yourself, because you could endanger the lives of others if
Mm-hmm.
you're not, like for example, you're not properly rested. You'll
Mm-hmm.
be driving on the road. Whereas you're kind of lackadaisical to yourself of taking care. But the thing is, you can endanger the lives of others when you're being so careless. So
We know of people. I know of people that come from carnival celebration midnight or late in the, and they're driving home. They fall asleep on the wheel. They end up in accidents. Some of them end up in death
yes,
because they did not. And the thing about us as human beings, we always think that, oh, I could make it. There is no harm in you parking up by the side of the road and take a sabbatical, take a hiatus, take a power nap, revitalize yourself before you get back behind the wheel. And as Jester was saying, we endanger others, not ourselves, when we go behind the wheel, when we are not in a good position to drive. So these are good questions that you should ask yourself. How rested am I before I get behind the wheel? Have I eaten properly? And as I said, some say, okay, I've been out for 4 days, show after show after show. When you're celebrating, you don't even think about food because you are on a high. And who knows what substance you take or what you use or whatever it is, how it affects you and in the end affects others. Because let me tell you, during those times, Jester, the paramedics and the EMTs are on high alert because they expect to get calls for a lot of the things that we are talking about today.
yeah. But the thing about it, and you made just make mention of food. I personally, at around carnival time, I am very, very much skeptical as to. Well, in fact, when I leave to go to Majran thing, you might find me buying a packet of nuts. You don't get
Mhm.
to go and buy no food. No, hell no. That's not happening. The amount of people that has come down with food poisoning and thing around this
Yes.
festival
Hmm.
times is so amazing. Some nearly dead
Some
in certain
die. Yes,
instances.
some die.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't mess around with that. And although we have people from the there's a special group, right, that's supposed to be
Mhm.
checking these people and them to ensure that the chicken and thing are
Properly
um,
cooked and
stored
stored.
properly and thing.
Mhm.
But around that carnival time, I don't think they will be able to have enough people to go around and be checking effectively to ensure that what's supposed to be happening is happening. So, and
Mhm.
it's likely that the food that some people might be um, ingesting, it might just be food that is, I mean,
Cooked two
that
days
can
ago
cause,
and stay on the
yeah,
fridge and then come and warm up and if you don't if you keep warming up stuff to and from the fridge to the warmer front, this is when you get food poisoning.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you, on even not even in Carnival, I'm very, very skeptical as to where I eat. You know that. You've traveled
Yeah,
with me
yeah.
so many times, and you know I don't want that, Jess. I'm not eating this. Sometimes I'm on
Hmm.
the road with my farmer's friend, and I said, I'm really, really hungry. Oh, let's buy this. I said, no, I'm not eating on the side of the road. Because the thing is, with my thing is, I like I always say to people, I'll die. I know that, but I'm not hurrying to kill myself for with food poisoning and so. Because the first thing I look at is where do you wash your hands when you're serving food? Where? And I've seen some people have gloves on. They take out the food for you with glove and they still collect the money with that same glove hand. I am very, very cognizant of these things when I'm ordered. So in that case, I prefer stay hungry. When I get home, I'll eat than I just buy things willy-nilly all over the place.
Because the thing with me, well, is fish I deal with from years,
Mm.
lot of years. So even when some people they might know the fish is going bad, but listen what they might try to do. Might fry it, try to fry it dry, and try to disguise the deterioration of the
But it's
fish.
already
But with me,
gone.
no, because I deal with fish for so many years, it doesn't matter how you try to do fish. I will definitely know when fish start going bad. I will
Mm.
definitely pick it up. But some people don't, and the many time because and my stomach is so sensitive to it, I will starting to feel to vomit once I start. Yeah,
Mm. Mm. That's
you
what
know.
happens. Yeah, that
So
happens.
yeah, so
So
people
we
have
are
to be very, very careful. Very
so we
careful.
are talking about taking care around the carnival season because it's all about you when the carnival is done, when it's over. It's all about you because you're the one that are going through what we are talking to about this morning. Good morning to you, Carol Belfort. Hope all is well. He says fatigue is impairment, dehydration is impairment, emotional overload is impairment. Ignorant capacity does not make you stronger, it makes you vulnerable. And this is true because just when you're in that situation, you you're fatigued. That means you did not get enough rest. You're dehydrated. You did not drink enough fluid to keep you going. Your emotion is all over the place because when you're hungry, and I know when I'm hungry, I cannot function properly at all
Well,
because
everything
all my
nobody.
well, yes. So that's why it says emotional overload because you're feeling, oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Everything bothers you and you're just upset about everything. It is not, it doesn't make you stronger. It makes you vulnerable because somebody might come and say, you know what, let's go over there for food and you're so hungry, you go and then that might be the end of you. So again, we have to be very careful what we do when we are celebrating the carnival, the cultural festivities, as we call it. It says, move with awareness, not autopilot. The road is dynamic. Energy shifts block by block. Pay attention to crowd density, mood changes, sudden surges, bottlenecks, where exits actually are. And these are things just so that if I go somewhere and it's so crowded, the first thing I look for is the exit. And I'll stay as close to it as possible. When you say I want to run, I'm running. You know what I'm saying? I'm running. So these are things, the crowd density. Like if it's really, really crowded, you heard about Mecca, yes? Where the Muslims go to celebrate every year. They go to this place called Mecca. And the crowd that is there, you could hardly move. A lot of people die there because they can't move. They have no space around them because they're like stuck together. So, and some of them get dehydrated, they get nauseous, and they pass out. And it's who as paramedics could get into that crowd to get to that person at the time. So crowd density is something that you have to pay attention to. So you go to groovy night, or what do you call the thing again before you go to Juve in the morning? What do you call that?
The
Groovy?
magica.
No, not the Magic, the one where they everybody Kes was there one night and is it
Oh,
groovy?
them white shoe on them.
Right, you go to that and it's crowded beyond. You have to tell yourself, would I survive in this if the crowd starts surging? Because it talks about surging crowds, you moving suddenly, you're just there and now you see people just moving come your way. And me, I'm not asking a question. I know I'm starting to run too because the crowd don't just move with nothing happening. You understand? So
Yeah.
you have to think about all that. You have to put yourself in a position where, if things like that happen, you can move to safety. Check out the and bottleneck. When they say bottleneck, like the crowd starts off wide, a lot of people, and then everything just come just like that, Jester. You're a bottleneck. You cannot go anywhere. And this is where it's dangerous because something happens, and this is where people get trampled, and people die, and people get hurt, and all this kind of thing. So we really and truly have to pay attention to what is going on when we go to crowds.
Yeah, certainly. It's important, very, very important, because as we say, people just use the opportunity to do very bad things.
Yep.
So you have to be so cognizant of what is happening within and around you.
Here is an advice. It says, if movement feels tense, compressed, or chaotic, pause, step to the side, breathe, and reorient. So if you're feeling that way, you find it, you're feeling tense and the crowd is like getting too much for you, you pause. You don't just run. You pause. You according to them, you recon what's taking place around you. You step aside, you breathe, and you reorient yourself. So that means it's either you move from there where you are to somewhere safer, or you just leave totally. That is reorient yourself.
Great.
So we may think that, it's just carnival and everybody's having fun, but we have to really think about what goes on behind the scenes of carnival. Because as you said, there are people that just wants to do damage and they will just come to carnival like how people, you're going somewhere, you're going to a concert, and everybody is going to have fun, but then yet still you walk with a gun, you walk with knives, you walk with cutlass. So that means you have intention. It's the same as what's going on in carnival. Same thing, no difference. Because the people do not come with a clean heart also just to have fun, they come to do damage.
Yes, well, back then, you must have heard about shot in the bands back then. When if somebody would have done something to somebody, they're waiting for when carnival time, or they might be playing shotney and with massing face and all them thing, and them they're looking for this kind of opportunities and them to hit back at the most, you know.
Well, when we were young, and where we used to go and look at carnival is by the where Miss what do you call Miss the doctor house is there. Doctor, what's her name? Jean.
Or Gene Thompson.
Right. That's where our gathering ground was when we used to go see carnival when we were young. And by 5:30, we all know we have to start going home. Because when the bands come from Montreat, from Chantimel, from Rosehill and
Yes,
Stratney, and so everything as they say, turn old mass. You sing cutlass in the air, and the songs that they're singing is what blue smoke and what they call it, they're singing. We know it was time to go home. you know. So because that time everybody who have beef against each other, then they're coming out to fight now. So everybody used to
yeah,
just take off and go home at that time. And sometimes it didn't just end on the road; it ends in people's house being stoned, glass break up, all kind of things. It was not a peaceful thing. So all that is to tell us, and maybe it's even worse today because so many people have so many beef these days. All this is to tell us how we should care for ourselves around that season, around the carnival season or the cultural festivities.
certainly, certainly.
It says care is also collective. Carnival is not a solo sport. Look out for friends who are overheating, people who seem disoriented, someone separated from the group, anyone being pressured to push through discomfort. And these are things that happen every year or every time there's a festival. You see, you do not drink enough water, you do not take enough fluid, as they say, you overheat, and that is not something that is pretty. When you get overheated, you'll sweat all over your body. You cannot control yourself. It's like when a child has really, really high fever, they take them and dump them in a bathtub with ice to bring them down. Overheating could do that, cause that, and you could be in that same situation, or you could die from that, from overheating. because your body is working hard to cool itself back to its normal condition. Again, people who seem disoriented. And sometimes you come to Carnival for the first time. You don't know anybody really, but you hear about Grenada Carnival, you hear about Grenada Job, and you want to be a part of it. That's your first time in Grenada. No, you don't know our place. So you go in, you leave home, you leave your hotel, and you go in somewhere, and then you get disoriented because you have no idea if you're turning left or you're turning right. All these things happen where you have to take care, and you always have to find somebody. You always have a buddy. You should always have a buddy when you're going out into things like that, because that buddy is there to care for you in that kind of way. Or someone separate from the group. You're a group of five, live together. You're supposed to stay together. One get left, so all the other four now looking to see where they could reconnect with that one. It's all about care. Yeah.
Yeah. Because um, I remember of a situation, Claire. I don't know if you heard about it. Back then when Rainbow City used to really be Rainbow City. You know, there how many thousands of people used to be on the street, and there was this couple from Sotes.
Mm-hmm.
They went to the festival, but guess what? They left. They went on Telescope Beach
Oh yeah, I heard about that. And
to
both of them
have.
got raped.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm,
all these things and then we have to be so mindful of. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
As ladies, again, you don't go by yourself in the dark to urinate. You should, as a class, you should be in a like a clique. And you all move together.
The
Be
body
careful about
system.
your
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Be careful about your drinks. Having your drinks open, or just leaving it for men to go and buy your drinks. And you have to be very very careful about these things and them as a lady. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Well,
take nothing for granted. Take
not
nothing for
even
granted.
not even just ladies, men also, because there are men that do the same thing to men.
Yeah,
So it's a human thing now. It's not just about ladies. It's the whole cycle of what it is. The part of that, like anyone pressured to push through, this is discomfort. So if we're hanging out, Jester, and I say to you, Jester, I can't do it again. I want to sleep. I want to go home. Don't tell me, Clara, the thing just start. What you want to go home for? Hey, I'm telling you that I can't do it anymore. Do not make me feel uncomfortable when I
right.
say this. We have to learn to pay attention to this, because I'm telling you that because it's how I'm feeling at the moment. But because you drink your water, you eat your food, you do whatever, you're feeling okay, but I am not. So the next best thing for you to do is to say, okay, let me get you to safety, and then I'll come back and do and enjoy the show. This is what we have to do. Instead of saying, man, come on, you could make it. You don't know I could make it. I'm telling you I can't.
Yeah. Well, some people could go on longer than others in this whole
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, sometimes what might be so exciting for them might be kind of boring for you.
That's
All
right.
these things do happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it says care travels through simple acts. When it says care travels, so that means you have to offering water, making space, checking in, slowing the pace, walking someone out. What a checking in. I'm heading on that one, because sometimes you leave home and you say to your friends, what, I'm going out for a couple hours. And they say to you, okay, please check in to let us know what's going on. If you say to me that, Claire, I'll be gone for 2 hours, and then 3 hours pass and you did not check in, then I'm starting to get worried, because you're supposed to check in to let me know what's going on. And if you did not do that, then I know it's the onus is on me to find out what's going on, because that is how a lot of people get into trouble, because they may meet someone and the person say, you know what, you could hang out with me, man. It's Carnival. We just jam in, and you never make it back.
Yes. But we have to be so careful during this festival season.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you're in a crowd and you're not feeling right, somebody else, whoever you're traveling, make space for you. Make space so you could walk out of the crowd that you're in, that you're not feeling comfortable in. we look at these things as simple gesture, but it is really life saving for us, eh?
Yeah.
Really and truly life saving for us. Because if we do not pay attention to all of these things and we go about blindly and we see it happen, we see what happens after Carnival with a lot of people that these things shouldn't happen to. It
But
says,
the thing about before you go on, Claire, you have to know Grenada to a certain extent. And you understand what I'm saying?
mhm,
Like, for example, I have no fear of going anywhere in Grenada, right? Because me, I peaceful. I'm not in no gang thing, so I'm free to go anywhere. But at the same time, if I choose to go to Guavno, let's say I end up on the lands, I mean, all my A's will be standing up in the air, just doing. Yes,
when it's time to run.
or, let's say if I happen to end up in Woban, or I in somewhere in Telescope, because you kind of have to have an idea of these areas and them. I'm not saying that something will just come and just happen to you, but
Right.
you will be on your P's and Q's, as they normally say. You know?
hmm
Yeah,
It says, someone said, one of my favorite mass memories involved a man who noticed I was by myself, which I am almost always am. So that person is a loner, right? I'm
yeah.
struggling to reach the bar due to my vertical limitations. So the person is like maybe
Short.
5'5" with a short,
That
right?
person like
He was already leaving the crowd to deliver drinks to his friends, paused to ask me what I was having, went back for it, and then used water from his backpack to spritz me so I would cool down. So that person was overheating, right? She was making her way to the bar. But because of the crowd there, she could not make it. There was a man that saw her. Well, he saw the way she was looking like she was about to pass out. He stopped, asked her what she wanted. He went on to get it for her and used water from his backpack to spritz on her. Now, this might be a good thing that he did, but this could also be a dangerous thing.
why would it be dangerous? I could understand the good part. So
The bad
explain
part,
to me what that. Yeah.
he goes to the bar. He brings me a drink
Oh,
that I did not see what happened
okay.
to that drink when he was coming back with it.
Right.
Remember, it is Carnival.
Yeah.
People do anything. It was a good turn. She said that was her
Yeah.
favorite thing. The man heart was genuine. He did that. He even used water to, but again, we have to be careful because we are always hearing, Jester, do not take drink from anybody that you don't know, and even people that you know. Get your own drink. Walk with it to the bathroom if you have to, because you do not know the intentions of anybody.
Yeah. This day and age, you have to be so careful. So very careful.
Mhm. And she said that day turned out to be one of the hottest day on record. So fortunately for people in Grenada, from the years that I know, every time Carnival comes around, it is raining. We get a lot of rain in the August month of Carnival. So
Yeah.
chances are
Sometimes.
it may not be as hot as it is right now in July here. Because we had the temperature in New York, a couple of in the US, some places in the US was 104 degrees. 25 people die in Jersey just from the heat, from heat exhaustion. It could be hot. So if you're in playing mass or carnival in a band and it's that hot and you're not hydrated, you are not rested, you did not eat well, you could end up in a situation where you might end up in the hospital instead of enjoying the rest of the time that you spend your money to come for.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have to be very, very careful. It says community safety has always been how the road sustain itself. Community safety. So it's in the community, everybody is going to be looking out for everybody to be safe. Not one person going and nobody else knows where unless you're living by yourself, as she said she was a loner, and you see what could have happened to her. She was overheated. She couldn't make it to the bar to get the water, and so somebody else, that's part of the community that helped out.
Great.
Now it says consent does not disappear during carnival. And that is a very, very, very important part of it, Jester. Consent does not disappear during carnival. It says somebody has to have consent, or I have to give you consent to do something to me, to touch me or to hug me or whatever. It seems as though when it's carnival, no holds barred there. Everybody want to jam and grind and hug and kiss and do whatever to somebody without consent. He said it does not disappear, and it should not disappear, even though it's carnival. It says carnival does not suspend boundaries. So you have to stay in your lane just the same. Touch, proximity, and play still require awareness and consent. Is carnival, is not permission. Somebody says we are having internet issues. The stream keeps crashing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we having internet problems in Grenada? It
Ah,
seems
yeah,
like
a lot of people is complaining these days, Yeah, yeah,
mm,
people complaining about service providers these days, man.
so maybe yes, Spysham just said we are having the stream is crashing. So it
Yeah.
seems as though we have an issue with. Mm-hmm,
Because what I realize is that we even with our phone here, the
mm-hmm,
calls are going through directly, but with the WhatsApp is not going through. I'm not hearing it ringing.
mm.
Yeah,
So if anybody is calling today, you have to call straight to get through because the WhatsApp is giving a bit of an issue. That's what Spysham said. The stream keeps crashing. We have no control over this one, Jester.
on the, can we get the feedback from other persons elsewhere? Is that the same that they are
Lorna,
experiencing?
are you going in and out?
Yeah,
Because I crashed just now. I didn't say anything, but my StreamYard went off and then it came back on. So I can see what he's saying. So yes, Jester, let's go back to consent does not disappear during carnival. Carnival does not suspend boundaries. Touch, proximity, and play still require awareness and consent. It's carnival, it's not permission. Yolanda is going in and out also. So it's the internet, there seems to be a problem. So it says reading body language matters. Stopping when someone pulls away matters. Respect in no verbal or non-verbal matters. So if you're in a band gesture and you see me and you grab my hand and I pull it away from you, don't try to grab me again. That means I'm not giving you consent to hold my hand.
yeah. Well, a lot of people feel during carnival time, like
Anything
for
goes.
example, anything goes.
No, it's not. It says stopping when someone pulls away matters. So if I pull away from you, that it matters to me that you don't hold my hand. Leave me alone. Don't come back.
And
Read your body language.
that's when a lot of people drop their guards too in during this
Hmm.
festive season, and then you see the resulting of a lot of unwanted pregnancy and all kind of things. The end result of the festival that comes along with it.
That's why it says
Ah,
after the carnival over, it's all about you when the carnival is over. It says care on the road includes knowing when joy is mutual and when it is not. So if I'm enjoying myself, I'm doing my thing by myself, I'm having fun. I didn't ask you to come and hang out with me. I'm doing it by myself solo. So if I say no, please hear the word no and respect my no. Don't say, what are you? It's carnival girl. Come let me jam on you. No, I said no, leave me alone. And that is why a lot of people end up in fights in Carnival Jester, because they're not hearing the word no. And it's not only in Carnival. When you do not get consent anytime whatsoever, it's no and it's no. You got to learn to listen to that. Alcohol, substances, and honest limits. This is not about moralizing. It is about realism, right? So, alcohol and substance change, reaction time, judgment, balance, emotional regulation. Know how you respond, not how others do. How you respond, how I respond, not how you just or others respond. It's how I respond. What feels manageable for one person may be dangerous for another. The topic today is care on the road, practical safety during carnival. It is all about you after the carnival is over. Someone wants to know what the topic is. So, care includes monitoring your drinks. So, it says here, first of all, just know how you to respond, not how others respond. So, if I say to you, just I am not drinking, I don't drink. You cannot come and tell me, Claire, what are you? What half of your life gone? Take a drink, man. No, I said I don't want to, and I don't drink. So, what feels manageable for one person may be dangerous for them because I know if I drink, I might not be in a situation where I could control myself. So you shouldn't force me and tell me, have a drink when I tell you that I do not want to.
And Claire, we have a call coming in.
Go right ahead.
Yes. Good morning.
When the carnival over,
It's all about you.
it's your brighter day.
Yeah.
When we done dance the soca, maybe your troubles may go away. I'm hearing a lot of music.
Music.
No.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, we hear.
Hold on, let me.
I'm hearing a mute. There you go.
Okay.
Interesting topic. Good morning, Claire. How are you
Good
today?
morning. I'm good. Thank
Jester?
you.
Oh yes.
You know,
Sean.
it's relevant at this time. The carnival season is very much upon us. We just finished with what preliminaries for the soca, our soca, into going into the groove. Ken's going to be judging pretty soon. Before you know it, we will be on the road. Well, not me, of course,
Yeah.
but some very important points, salient points being raised this morning. Um, and I felt I can add a two-pence halfpenny to the discussion as per usual. I hope you don't mind.
No, go right ahead.
Many moons ago, in MCN at Carnival, a very good friend of mine by the name of Adrian came to me and he said he was managing stage, huh?
Mhm.
Adrian Francis, I could call his name.
Yeah, I know Adrian. Yeah.
And he said, Sherma, you know, when you're MCing, sometimes people pass you a drink or a bottle of water or whatever the case may be because you get thirsty at times, your voice, etc. He said, I'm warning you, do not take anything to drink from anybody here tonight. And it was basically based on a discussion he would have overheard. He says, I will look after you. Well, I have confidence in him, of course,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we do have a tendency when things get heated and we're enjoying ourselves to sort of drop the guard and accept things like drinks, especially when you're in the band, especially too as it relates to water. Now, it is advisable that you do not accept an open water or somebody have a bottle of water that they, you know, maybe they've had half and you don't know what they put in the other half. And you may say, oh, well, they drink half, so nothing wrong with it, but you don't know what would have happened to the second half, you know?
Mhm.
So it is advisable that, as Claire would indicate, have your own water. Ensure that whatever you're getting is sealed. Yeah. We know for a fact that people have a tendency. Let me go by the bar and get a drink for you because you know that now they have bars in bands and so on. Accepting that sort of thing, regardless of who it is, like she rightfully say, you don't know what happens when that drink leaves the bar, or even from the bar. You don't know what's going on there to get to you. So secure yourself and ensure that you follow. You know, they tell you when you're traveling, they ask you the question, did anybody pack your suitcase for you? They tell you do not lose sight of your bag and stuff like that. It's basically for the same reason. Somebody may spike you, somebody may put something illegal in your whatever. So you must understand to protect yourself. I also like when she speak about consent, whether it's verbal or non-verbal. And sometimes we have a tendency to not accept that non-verbal, no consent situation. Somebody push away somebody from whining on them in a band, or like she explained, holding on to their hand and the person pull away. That's a non-verbal expression that, hey, you do not have consent. And we often, as humans, disregard um, the nonverbal expressions that we find with that is surrounding us. Yeah, if somebody shrug you off with their shoulder, or push you off, or pull away their hand, or simply moving away from you if you come in to gyrate on them in the band, it's a nonverbal reaction saying to you, you do not have consent. However, you find that a lot of times people have a tendency to ignore those things and persist, and then you end up in some sort of squabble or something like that. But during the carnival season, because it is considered in local terms Lego season, put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
When you Lego your sheep and your goat, and when the dry season and they have to go and fend for themselves all about the place. So everybody Lego, everybody loosen up, as they would say. Enjoy yourself, have a wonderful time. There are times when people get involved, and you rightfully mention the aspect of what would you call that? Accidental pregnancy? I don't know if you want to put it that way.
Unwanted.
Accidental or unwanted. And these things do happen. We've seen it over and over again. People get intoxicated in the band. They end up, some guy come wind up on a girl because he finally like what he see. And next thing you know, they get all emotional in that band. And not even, in some instances, just not even catching up after, They find some place the same night, the same evening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you hear, because why? They had no protection. The fella never walked with no condom because that was not his original intention. But things get heated, rum in the place, or whatever the case may be. And nobody is thinking from a logical perspective. They end up behind the Esplanade wall somewhere or the other. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And carry on. And next thing you know, young girl pregnant, and young girl, she can't even remember the fella she went behind the wall with.
That's true. It's true.
And all regrets now.
And then the issues come into play. I've known of instances where you have young people coming home for carnival, getting involved in situations in playing carnival, and end up being pregnant. I've known of issues of that, like that nature. Gone back to New York or wherever, and next thing you know, baby on the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they now expect a commitment. And this poor guy, now you figure, well, it was just a jam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Just a jam.
No attachment there. And this young lady left with a child of mine to look after because he ain't studying now. He have a girlfriend somewhere, or sometimes he may have a wife somewhere. Mm-hmm. So a lot of things happen. But at the end of the day, from an individual perspective, you have to protect yourself. You have to protect your pride and your integrity.
Yeah.
We see what's happening, and obviously you have to also take into consideration the condition of masquerading in these times. This is something that's been in Rio, it's been in Trinidad, it has reached into Grenada. What we call the quote-unquote nakedness, the exposure of the derriere,
mm-hmm.
the breast, a lot of extent, etc. It is enticing to men. Let's face it.
Not all.
It's enticing to men, and obviously they would make advances from time to time. Yeah. Interestingly, I will say this to you. Many moons ago, when I was involved in Carnival from a Spice Mass level or whatever, when you ask the police, because this thing started a few years ago, there is a law as it relates to indecent exposure, as we know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen to this. According to the law, because when we start seeing the bam bam on the road and all of that, we ask a question. According to the law, the only time indecent exposure is considered is when the genital parts and the breast is fully exposed. Could you imagine that?
Oh yeah.
Well,
That's
it's not very
according
far
to
from
the
it
law.
now.
According to the law, right? So what you
Okay.
see on the road, what you see on the road is does not consider, according to the law, to be indecent exposure.
Hmm.
You
Man.
know, so unless you put what you have in front of you down there outside and your full breast out there, they do not. It is not considered according to the law as indecent exposure. So the police cannot arrest anyone that you see on the road these days unless that is exposed.
Wow.
So what does that tells us? There is no stopping it.
Yeah.
There is no stopping it. Yeah.
Shoma,
And
I'm glad you bring that forward because I never knew that. See how important this program really is because I learned something very
according
new today. Yeah.
according to the law, decent exposure is when you expose your genital parts and your breasts. For a woman, full breast outside. So if you notice, they're putting the little pasties on the top. The
Mm-hmm.
nipples
Mm-hmm.
are not exposed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the law cannot do nothing. They cannot be arrested. They cannot be charged because according to law, they are not indecently exposed.
Mm.
Put that in your pipe.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
smoke
yeah.
Smoke
it.
it.
I start smoking it here, the shops.
Yeah, so this is why you see what is taking place at Carnival here is taking place. There's nothing to stop that. So when our society talk about that, the only people to stop that is the people that playing themselves,
Exactly.
the women that playing themselves. They have to have some pride and some, level of whatever. But there is nothing to stop it. It will continue as long as they want to play like that. And
Right.
what does that encourage? I'm sure there is a high level of promiscuity that takes place now, even more than before,
Mm-hmm.
when you had more covered costumes and so on, because the body is exposed, and sexuality comes into play, and the enticement and all of that takes place.
Mm.
So there you have it, my friends.
Thank you so
Good
very
topic.
much.
I think it's important that you delve into it and bring across a measure of common sense. That's the most you can do to the folks out there who are engaging in carnival activities, shows. I mean, I will tell you this before I go. I looked at a particular artist launch some time ago online. And when I saw some young women, they're pretty young, and I see what I saw, um, according to them, people bam bam in the road kind of thing, and flopping the bam bam, flopping all over the place. The bam bam, and even it look as though the bam bam are more jello than anything else in it. You say to yourself, "Where's the pride?
We
This is
lost it
what we're
all.
coming to. Worse than before. These days, they just some of them men have on literally nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And some of them, because they know what is happening with the law, watch it carefully. The narrower they could go, the front piece.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
According to them people, once they can cover the passageway,
That's it.
You're telling me.
they feel they're good. Once they can cover the passageway, you know what I mean by that?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
we with
Yes.
you. We with you.
Right. Once they can cover the passageway, yeah,
Yeah.
or the door, yeah. Once the
Mm-hmm.
door is covered, the rest of the house out there. Yeah. So anyway,
This is just crazy.
Thank you so much.
nice topic.
Yeah.
Continue
Thank
to
you.
do the great job.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
very
Yeah.
much.
Claire, we'll talk
Yes.
later.
All right. Then.
Yes,
Take care.
take care.
Right. Have a lovely day.
Bye-bye.
Right. Bye
You
bye.
too.
Faithlin Holly Douglas has checked in, Jester. She said garden, garden. So that means I'm getting peas. So Jester, um, So Trauma spoke about a lot of stuff,
Quite a
and
lot of
that we
stuff.
have in research here. And it's like she read my research that I did and come up with a lot of the things that you talk about, because it says know how to respond and not how others do. It says care includes monitoring your drinks. You heard you talk about the drinks, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
said drink
yeah.
tampering happens during carnival season more often than people like to admit. It affects women and men. It is not rare and it's not always obvious in the moment. So basic road intelligence applies. Keep your drink with you. We always stress in that. Keep your drink with you. Avoid accepting open drinks from strangers. Shama spoke about that. Be mindful if a drink suddenly tastes different or it hits much harder than expected. If something feels off, stop drinking and tell someone immediately. Sometimes we drinking and we're so thirsty. And even though we feel that doesn't taste good, but we continue drinking. And before you know it, hear what happened. Sudden disorientation, dizziness, confusion, or loss of coordination are not things to push through. They are signals. And here, pacing is care, water is care, food is care, rest is care. And if you feel yourself slipping past your edge, stepping back is the responsible choice, not the embarrassing one. And we spoke about that earlier, Jester. If I say that I want to go home, don't tell me, Claire, you just come and the party just start to get nice. What you going home for? Take me home. You could come back if you want, but take me home. That is the responsible thing. Because you may want me to push through. And when I push through, I fall on the floor somewhere, sleeping. Somebody just pass and they say, "Hey, the one pass out, boy. That is my opportune time." They take me and they go with me. Because I lose all sense of my inhibition. So
In
it is
Claire,
some. Go ahead.
in all of this, well, maybe you better you finish your point because maybe it's slightly different what I might just want to make
I
mention. So
lose my
maybe
thought already, so go
finish.
ahead. Go ahead.
What I am very much concerned about these days in our society, I I realize there is a high level of vulgarity that exists within our society. And the music is powerful. And our artists these days have a big influence as to the lyrical content which this song carries. So, for example, when you would hear an artist would say, "Hunting season open," you know, and when you hear this, many songs these days is about this hunting thing and the thing, I am concerned. Where are the voices of our churches, certain agencies that should be trying and safeguard our pride and dignity of our people? I'm very, very much concerned about that. I hear nobody coming up with some recording and say, well, okay, you do not have to go follow this trend, and of promiscuity and all them things and them. You don't hear no voice, no recording to keep people, on a pathway, you know, being responsible and to carry the pride and the dignity. And
Jester,
that's my biggest concern in society these days.
it is hard to curb what is already out. You see, we as parents have a lot to play in how a child or children turns out at the end of the day. You see, a lot of us as parents, we want to be friends with our children. And I'm not saying that you have to be a stick in the mud when it comes to dealing with your children. But if we do not teach them early in life the value of life and what to expect and what we expect of you, we have no control at the end of the day. Because if you want to go to the party with me, you wearing the same clothes as I am wearing the same clothes as my daughter does. Tell me, how am I going to show her any responsibility when it comes to looking after yourself or taking care of herself? Because I'm in the party, I'm whining harder than you. You understand? I'm picking up guys just as much as you do. We know of situation where a mother and a daughter have the same boyfriend. Big fight in homes for that. So if we as parents did not take the initiative to teach our children differently, we don't expect to have anything more than what is going on right now, Jester.
Yeah,
And
serious.
we,
I mean,
yes, we're talking about the churches and everything, but the church could only do a small, but because they could talk from now until the cow come home. If we as parents do not put our foot down and say enough is enough with our children, then we don't expect anything. Because when the carnival come, I've seen parents with their young children going to carnival and they're standing by the side of the road with their children. And then a ban of jab come down and the child go and she whining as though she waist has no muscles, no bone or anything. And the parents stand up laughing and say, oh, you don't see how she going, she's small, but she listen. Knock it off and listen, come here and just stand right back here. But you think it's great, you think it's good. You think it's nice to see everybody watching your child whining like a bandit or a banshee, and it's okay. How could it be okay? And later on down the road, 5 years from now, you cannot talk to that child because you did not stop it when you had the opportunity to.
look, look what happened again on some occasions. What I realize is that some of the parents are still trying to, instill certain morals and values in their children.
Mm-hmm.
But some of these children, what they are doing, they are leaving home dressed in a certain way
Mm-hmm.
that is favorable to their parents. However, when they get to the venue, Claire, they go into a different
Yeah.
they want
Mm-hmm.
a different change of clothing. So what they left home with is not what they really end up in the fete with. I realize
Yes.
that myself
Yeah.
and NP realized that we are around um Lil Kerry show a couple of
Mm-hmm.
weeks back. And that we realized that it's exactly what's taking place when we hear certain comments.
If you remember, about a year, 2 years or 3 years ago, when that lady called and we talking about children that dressing to go to Harvey's and her daughter wanted to go to St. George's, and she said to her, "How are you going? Was she going to get her ride? Well, how are you coming back?" She don't know how she coming back yet, and she said, "You're not going." And the
Yeah,
daughter was really, really, really upset. But she said what she did, she made a cake, she had the thing, and they sat together and they talked about it. Now, this is the prudent thing for a parent to do. Don't just say, no, you're not going, and that's it. Give her reasons why not going. It's all about your safety and what you could do to combat the not going. You to do something that both of you could enjoy. But you see, Jester, a lot of us as parents, and I'm not taking myself up because I am a parent, a lot of us as parents, we stand up and we let go the obscenities to our children. We call them all kinds of names. And then later on, we expect them to turn out into good citizens of the land. We can't do that. And when you stand in carnival and watch your child wind down the place, let a man or a young boy wind behind her. Even in the banks, Jester, you see some of the bank workers on Juve morning. You wonder if that is the person that you go into in the bank the next day. They're whining like spring and them is good friend. And they go to the bank the next day and they are docile as ever. And they say, this is carnival. This is when they have to express themselves. But as Shama says, where is your dignity? Where is it? When the carnival over, as we know it over on Tuesday night, and Wednesday morning you have to go to work, and I have to come to the bank, and you watching me and talk to me, and I'm watching you, and I'm like, wasn't it yesterday I saw you with that man just gyrating like no tomorrow, you pushing back and all this kind of thing? I lose respect for you totally there, Jester. I'm not hiding to tell you. No. This is not a laughing matter. I lose respect because I'm saying, yes, everybody could go out and enjoy themselves, but to what degree?
Listen, but as our caller stated before, ain't no stopping it. Trust me, because and only to me, I seen it. You just getting worse.
So let's deal with the one that is really eating. Safe sex is also road care. Shama talked about it. The girl meet the guy, he come out overseas, he give her a jam, they're not behind the wall on the corners. Sooner or later, after he leave, she realize she's pregnant. She alone have that child if she decide to keep the child. You understand? So carnival is embodied. People connect. Desire moves faster than conversation. This is reality, not scandal. And that's true to a form and then some. Care on the road includes sexual awareness and sexual responsibility. Safe sex is not about shame. It is about respect for your body, your future, and the people you share space with. I'll say it again. Safe sex is not about shame. It is about respect for your body, your future, and the people you share space with. Carnival does not remove consequences, it amplifies exposure. Is that true or is that true?
Can you repeat that for me again? It's important that you pronounce that people hear it well.
Okay, I'm going again. Safe sex is not about shame. It is about respect for your body, for your future, and the people you share space with. Carnival does not remove consequences. It does not remove consequences. It amplifies exposure. So, as Shaman rightly said, that you go in the band, you jam in, you put out all your body outside. As how Sparrow said, everything out there for Miss whatever to see. All what is it? All something to see. I can't remember the words of it what Sparrow said. But everything is out there for everybody to see. So you're already drunk, you lose your inhibition, you go, you meet a guy, the guy you had him jam whole time. The next thing, same night. Even not before the carnival done, you and him gone somewhere. It has consequences. You may end up with STDs, sexual transmitted diseases. You may end up pregnant. You may end up dead.
Men will be looking to pounce on these sort of opportunities and them.
Well, yes, you're a man, you go know.
No, well, I mean, that
I'm telling you, yes.
Yeah.
It says it does not remove consequences. You have to bear the consequence of your action after carnival done. After the carnival is over, this is what happens.
As a matter of fact,
exposure.
As a matter of fact, some men will look to encourage you along that line as a woman.
Hey, by saying what? By saying what?
Nobody allowing them to providing more drink for them to continue drinking, try to get them intoxicated and realize, well, the more you could have them along that path, where then the gads will be dropping more and more. You understand?
I look at those men. Those men are coward. They are coward.
But I'm just letting you know some of the kind of men that we have out there. You have some devious men out there, No bones about that. It's just the harsh reality of what it is.
So now we have to be smart when it comes to doing the things in Carnival. It says being smart means knowing your boundaries before the music gets loud. Carrying protection if you know intimacy is a possibility. Not relying on memory, vibes, or it will be fine. Understanding that consent includes clarity, not pressure. So if you know you are the kind of person that if John comes, John could get some, walk with your protection. Because you already have it in the back of your mind that carnival, anything goes. Don't rely on memory, because sometimes you don't remember if it's Jester you went with, or if it's my son Dugo, or if it's my son Marks, or if it's my son Marks you went. You don't remember who you go with. You can't because hold on. If you go to the court of law or you go to sue and say the child is his, well, what was he wearing when you went with him? And you cannot tell me, so you're not sure the child is mine.
Only DNA to prove that another guy.
Exactly. And sometimes, if you used to look at the Maury Povich show, I am sure he has his head, he has his eyes. Look at the lips, look at it. And then they come back. I'm sorry, DNA proof the child is not yours. You understand? So don't rely on memory. Understanding that consent includes clarity, not pressure. You should not let anybody pressure you to have sex if you do not want to. You should not. And that's why when you're going through starting to go to carnival to revel and do whatever, you have to have all your ducks in a row. All, not some. And hopefully that you'll remember what happens to you. And it is as real as it comes. It says impairment matters here.
Alcohol and substance affect judgment, reaction time, and the ability to read cues accurately. What feels mutual in the moment can look very different after the fog lifts. So if I am drunk, Jester, I'm high as a kite, and you come to me and I said, "Yeah, man, we okay, let's go." When my brain freeze clear, I'm saying, "Well, what the heck happened here? Did I do that?"
Yeah.
No, it is too late.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I have a bag of STD, I may have AIDS, and I may be pregnant. These are the consequences of the action that you took while you're in Carnival and you did not control yourself.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, such impaired on your judgment.
It says, care means slowing things down. Care means choosing clarity over impulse. Care means not outsourcing responsibility to Carnival energy. And when it says outsourcing, that means you're not sending somebody else or sending yourself to someone. You're not outsourcing yourself. You know, Bell and all Flow and they outsource the internet to different places in the world. Care is not about that. Care is keeping it real right in front of you so that you could deal with whatever comes your way. Choosing clarity over impulse. And you always hear me say clarity means everything to me. Make it clear, according to the Americans, make it math for me. Make the math work. If you come and tell me, "Oh, you know what? We could go over to the hotel tonight, just to sleep." And I said, "Just to sleep?" "Yes, I ain't touching you anything. We're just going because we're tired, we're going to take a nap." Right? And we get to the hotel and you want to assess me, I come to my grandmother and you want to assess me. You want to do what? No. You made it clear up front that this is not what's going to happen. And you have to listen to what I say because no, I do not want this. But some of us, when you go and you see you go in a hotel, well, you could go and boast for your friend. "Girl, if you know, Jester took me to a hotel yesterday. It was the best thing. Get nice food, you get towels, you get hot this, you get hot that. You're in a hotel. You lose yourself and you do what you weren't supposed to do. Who is to blame? You tell me, Jester. Who is to blame? In the first place, when you hear hotel, you know sex is going to come after that. So the thing that you have to do is not go to that hotel. Make it clear, I am not going to the hotel with you. If you want to sleep, go sleep. I have my friends, I'll go sleep with them in the house where we rented. And that is easy peasy. But when you take yourself and you walk inside the hotel with him, everybody looking at you while they're together, you don't just go down and sleep. Easy as that. So you have to know in yourself that you're not leaving to go to any hotel with him.
Yeah, some women have to be wise enough to know exactly what is taking place. I mean, come on. You take your will in mind and go with the hotel behind, man. I mean, why you expect?
A lot of people do it, Jester, and that's why we are talking about it today. A lot of people do these things. It says sexual health is not anti-carnival. It is how people continue to enjoy carnival without harm. Sexual health is not anti-carnival. It's how people continue to. So if you're not, you're just going to the carnival just to have fun, Jester. And your fun is to jump behind the band solo. If you go to a group of girls and the group of girls hug up in a ring or whatever and they're dancing, that's fine. This is how you decide to enjoy your carnival. Not with anything else. Not with anybody pushing you to go do anything. Not at all. Right? So this is what we have to get into our head. And it is fast approaching. And we're putting it out there. And if you break wood in your eyes, as your grandmother said, and you get in your trouble, stay in your trouble. It's not that we didn't give you bad advice. We tell you what is out there and what to look forward to. It says, Jester, we should take a quick break. We've gone right through until 11:37. Take a quick break and we shall come back with the rest.
Right. The program is going so nice.
You got to take a break. I need to get water and I'm going to go get my water myself. I don't want you to give me water.
You want to give water?
If I do put something in it for me.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. 2 good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure to find. We'll take 5 with CJ and Jester. Talking truth and lifting pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon.
For more information, contact WeNoise TV at 929-445-4463. Or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. WeNoise TV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand. You can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. WeNoise TV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact WeNoise TV at 929-445-4463. Or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Are you looking for that one local supermarket where you can purchase all your grocery and household items at the same time? Well, look no further. Smart Buy SA Belfon and Company Limited, located at the top of the town on Main Street, St. Patrick, is the ideal spot. They're open Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturdays, and 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Sundays, just for your convenience. Call them today on 442-9219. That number again, 442-9219. We're shopping snacks at Smart Buy.
At Sugar's Repair Services, we offer digitally calibrated machines, resurfacing engine heads, general machinery. Show us your pattern and we'll make it with precision machines. At Sugar's Repair Services, we satisfy your needs. Just ask and it will be done. Call us at 473-418-1845. Sugar's Repair Services. Repair Services, we offer digitally.
Once again, welcome back to our list and of this
machinery.
Take 5 family.
And we'll make it with precision machines. At Sugar's Repair Services, we satisfy your needs. Just ask and it will be done. Call us at 473-418.
Oh, wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone.
As I was saying before, welcome back to our listeners and viewers of this Take 5 family.
Sunlight in your mind, peace and hope you're sure to.
It's Tuesday, the 7th of July, 2026.
CJ and Jester, talking truth and lifting pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space.
So the whole idea this morning.
Take a breath, take your time.
We know it's going to happen in a matter of weeks. Grenada's Carnival.
Mine, take 5.
But we all have a responsibility
CJ and Jester bring
to inform you
home.
so as to how to safeguard yourself.
Not be okay. Let's talk it out, don't drift away.
It is very, very important that you
Also coming close and raise a toast.
take certain steps.
Each day to the silent words they never say.
Take evasive action to protect yourself, your integrity, your pride and dignity, and so too of your loved ones, your children. Because when the carnival over, we still have to be concerned about the nation's future, yeah? That is absolutely critical, and that is the point we are on this morning, yeah? That program is to enlighten you so that you can protect yourself and your loved ones against the negatives during the carnival festivities. Right, so as we get ready to go back and do the link up
I
with
am
the
here. Petit, petit. Again, we're back. You ready?
I am ready. I'm not seeing you.
Why you not seeing me?
But I'm not seeing you at the moment. I am where I'm supposed to be.
I'm seeing me. Put me back up, that's all.
You might do that from where again.
Okay, hold on. The internet is dropping, that's why. Let me see if I can find myself again. Let's see. You're not seeing me still?
No, I'm not seeing you still.
Well, I don't know what happened, what you did, you know.
Me, I absolutely not. No,
I'm
you're not.
here.
I doesn't do nothing. But for sure they would be seeing me. All right, so we back up.
You're seeing me now. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nat. How are you? Hope all is well. Nat has checked in on live. So, yes, now we're doing dress for movement, not just aesthetics. And you see, sometimes when we're going to Carnival, we put on the costume, as Shoma said, the piece of string and them. You dress for, it says Carnival is physical. Footwear matters. So you have to wear proper shoes when you're going to jump in the van. Support, like the piece of thing that they put in the lap, the little flowers that they put at the end of the nipple there, and everything else is hanging is going south and then stopping it. That no support. Sun protection matters. So a lot of the people that come down to spice mass, as we call it, some of them are sensitive towards the sun, but they don't walk with the SPF 30 and the SPF 60. They just go because, oh gosh, carnival, and they don't have time. At the end of it again, some of them may end up with skin cancer. We used to think that we as Black people do not need sunscreen or anything. That's a joke now. Even I have to wear sunscreen on my face when I'm going out because I've become sensitive towards the sun. And with the ozone layer that is doing its thing there, a lot of us are going to be getting burnt beyond. So sun protection matters when you're just reveling in the carnival jam. It says, here's the next one. Shoma spoke about that too. Costumes does not cancel anatomy. The worst thing is being in the middle of town with blistered feet, brass straps cutting into your skin, or the aftermath of intense sunburn. Trust me on this one. If something restricts breathing, circulation of movement, it is not a badge of dedication. It is a risk factor. So just you see some people, let me continue. It says comfort supports endurance. Endurance supports safety. You see some people with the costume, and I've put inverted commas, costume that they wear to play mass. And it is something like you could take a clothespin and, not a clothespin, a tweezer, that you have a hot towel in a pot of water and you want to pick it up, you take a tweezer and you pull it up. This is the full costume of what a lot of women are wearing these days. You could take a tweezer and pull it up.
Yeah.
I remember Ricardo Kings Douglas says, I went to a show of his and he says, this thing that they say is a costume, he wondering what that is. He said, you seen Bam Bam. Bam bam, flat bam bam, big bam bam, lumpy bam bam, square bam bam, all kind of bam bam in those costumes and them that they call costumes that you could take a tweezer and pull up. And a lot of it, the costume is too small for the body that is going into it. So a lot of them are walking and you see the twitching and the foot going like zigzag. So because they're trying to settle that costume that is too small for them. As it says here, cutting, the worst thing is to have it digging into your skin. And you don't know it's circulation. You do not have proper
Yeah.
circulation. That again could cause you to be in serious danger while you're enjoying this stuff, where you tell yourself you're enjoying the festivities.
Because a lot of them make up with a lot of thin straps.
Of course.
Really
Of
strong.
course. I tell you, sometimes when you look for you see in the bam bam, when you look for what hole in the bam bam, you can't see it. You have to take a magnifying glass to find out where it is. Because according to pose, it go right up in there. It don't stop halfway at all. Right up in there. You understand? As Shoma says, you just cover in the passage. That's it. And Jester, this comes from I don't know, and I don't even know how to stuttering, because it was never like that years ago when we were small and used to go look at Carnival. We had sailor band, we had all different pretty mass band, as my grandmother used to call it. We had all
Wild
kinds of
Indian.
wild Indian. We had
Yeah.
all this kind, and they were fully
Apache.
yes. Even though a little skin was showing, it was never like this. Now it's like the more skin you could show, the better for you. And I'm saying, we as women, where did we lose ourselves? Where? How did we become like that? I remember the first time I went to Caribana here, the first and only time I went to Caribana in Toronto for all my 35 years that I lived here. That year they had a band from Brazil. They never invited them again. That was the first time I've seen nakedness on women. You see the little petal that Shaba says that they just covered the nipple?
Yeah.
That is what they had. And the underwear was just a triangle just to cover the front, and everything. It was on no holds barred. Everything, bar none. Nakedness to the field. Now, people in Toronto was not used to this. So everybody talked about it. Where did they get these people from? So they never came back to Toronto to play in mass like that. Now, this is a different thing these days. All bands you see these days is like more and more nakedness.
Yeah.
Trinidad, New Orleans, and lo and behold, our poor little island is into the same thing. Has our minds gone so what that we forget about dignity, about respect for ourselves, and everything like that, Jester? As you say, there are some men that like to say, not all men like to see that. Because a
No,
lot
no.
of men that have respect for themselves and their lady would not let the lady walk out the house or go play mass in this thing. My daughter came to Toronto, to Grenada a few years ago and played mass, but she was in a full bodysuit because I know I'm killing her if she was in anything else. They're burying both of us together. I kill her and then they'll kill me for killing my daughter. Because
And Clem, and mind you, without continue, they have choices of the costume.
of
So
course.
most of them go with this one, as you say, what hardly covering anything. But there are other choices there, but it's just that the majority does just go with this. They don't really have to expose themselves like that.
Well, ay, ay, ay. It says here, living also is part of the practice. There is no price sustained until collapse. Some people, they pay their money, and we come what may, they go play the mass, whether they collapse or not. It says knowing when to leave before exhaustion, before irritability turns sharp, before coordination drops, before joys turn brittle. So you have to know, according to Kenny Rogers, know when to hold it and when to let go. And if you feel that you are on the cusp of becoming something that you do not want to be, you get out of the place and go home. You will save your life at the end of the day. It's part of caring for yourself and the people around you. All these things and them knowing when to leave. Because especially if those people are relying on you to get them home safely. As a non drinker, I am the permanent designated driver. I also live the furthest away. So my crew knows when I'm ready to leave. It is time to leave. No debates about it. It means I have gotten to the point where I know I can still get myself and everyone home safely. If we leave now, after that, it becomes risky. I don't play that. If your driver says it's time to leave, it is time to leave. If you are the driver and your body says enough and it is time to leave, guess what? It is time to leave. You see how much they put out there, just three sentences. It is time to leave. It is time to leave. Carnival does not end because you left early. It continues because people know how to preserve themselves. And that is a very key point. Carnival don't end. It's coming back next year, the year after. As long as there's life and there is people, it will have carnival. But you preserve your life this year by leaving when it's time to leave. Because as we say, Jester, if somebody is drunk, they did not go in time, and the person that is driving is under the influence, you may not reach home to see another carnival, if you leave when you know that you're sober enough to get home safely. I know a lot of people must be saying to themselves, well, you know, Claire and them just sit down talking about this and I don't want to watch it and so. But comes August, is it 12 and 13 or 13 and 14? When we say what we say here is not put into play and something happens, then you will say, boy, if I didn't know. And that is too damn late.
Yeah.
Because we are putting it order for you to check yourself and those around you right now.
Yep.
Because every year, all places that have carnival, you hear about you hear about accidents where people go over bridge, people do this, they run into trees, they run into this, because they did not take the proper procedures to get themselves where they're going safely.
Yes, I'm telling you so. Well, Carnival is actually on the 10th and the 11th. Yeah.
Okay, 10th and 11th.
August. Yeah, 10th and 11th of August.
It says here, read the space, not just the music. Not every place on the road is neutral. Some spaces are crowded but safe. Some are quiet but risky. Some look like part of the flow but aren't. And knowing where you are matters. And that is true, Chester. Sometimes the crowd is a lot of people in the crowd and you're hanging out and you're jamming, but that crowd is safe. Then you'll find places that are quiet but risky. That's where the pedophiles and they hang, waiting for you to pass there because you're drunk and you do not know what's going on with yourself. And some look like part of the flow, but it ain't. So sometimes you're not taking part in the carnival action. You're just watching what's going on, but that doesn't mean that it's safe. You have to know where you are and let that matters to you. I've seen people get hurt not because carnival is dangerous, but because they were in the place they had no business being in. On familiar routes, poorly lit areas, spaces without exit options, places where the crowd thins but the pressure doesn't. And this is what they're talking about there. So put all of this in your carnival plan, in your carnival memoir, and follow those steps to stay safe while you are reveling. Smart road includes knowing where you are in relation to main routes, avoiding isolated areas where energy is high and visibility is low, staying aware of who is around you, not just what song is played, trusting discomfort when a space feels off. The road speaks, pay attention to it. As we always say, our intuition tells us when something is wrong. Do not disregard it. If it says, Claire, move, I am moving. I'm not going to stay there and say, oh, let me see what's going on, because I may not be able to see what's going on because I might be dead. You understand? So if your body is telling you move, move. Because where you are is dangerous, even though it looks quiet. Especially when you walk into alleys that is not lit properly and you cannot see what is in front of you or what's behind you. You don't know where you're going. You are putting yourself in danger.
Yeah, well, Claire, you have to be so conscious of, because now when these revelers and things, high energy, men getting intoxicated, So it's easy around this kind of a time that men get into a brawl, and things could escalate. So you have to be so vigilant. Me, the minute time I realize that, I outed it.
Yeah, you're out.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So we're coming on to the wire. Here it says the road speaks. Pay attention to it. If location feels tense, compressed, or unclear, that is information. If you feel watched, followed, or boxed in, that is information. If something feels wrong even when the vibes looks right, leave. These are three things. Pay attention to them. The road feels tense, compressed, or unclear. That is information your body is giving you. If you feel watched, followed, or boxed in, that is the information again that your body is telling you. If something feels wrong, even when the vibe look right, leave. You're supposed to feel it, and when you feel it, leave. Carnival rewards presence, not bravado. Don't play brave and say, "Oh, I stand in here and I do whatever I want because nobody can touch me. I pay me money to come and do whatever." Leave. Being alert is not paranoia. It is respect for the environment you are moving through. Care is how Carnival endures. Carnival has survived because people learn how to hold intensity without destroying themselves or each other. Care is not the opposite of freedom. Care is what allows freedom to last. The road is shared, the body is not disposable, and joy does not require harm. Moving with care is not doing Carnival less, it is doing Carnival well, that you're doing it well. Whispers from the heart. Care is not about the absence of joy. It is the intelligence that allows joy to last. The road has always demanded awareness, not recklessness. Looking out for yourself and others is how Carnival survives. And here's the end of it. I move through Carnival with awareness and respect for my body and others. I honor my limits and read the space around me. I choose care without guilt and responsibility without fear. I understand that safety is not restriction, it is wisdom in motion. And we have come to the end of our program in how to care on the road, the practical safety during Carnival. And the thing that I have to stress here, it is all about you after the Carnival is over. It is not about anybody else that was reveling in the band. It is not about the band and the people that was around you or anything. It is all about you when the Carnival is over. Let me say thank you to each and every one of you that joined us this morning. Thank you to those of you on the live. We do welcome you to continue to come and check out what we have, because we can only bring topics that can make someone learn from what we are talking about. We learn ourselves. This morning, Jester learned that once the breast is covered and the part in front there is covered, you could wear bam bam outside like no tomorrow. The law has said that. But if you expose breasts and you expose your pubic area, you can be arrested. I knew that law before, so Jester, you learned something new today. And I
Oh, yes.
show that those of you who know that you have people going out to Grenada for August 10th and 11th, share a few of what we talked about today. It is not, we are just not doing it for the wideness of our mouth, we're doing it for the protection of our nation and the young people that is out there reveling. Thanks again. Hope to see you next week, God's will, with another interesting program. Jester.
Claire, I believe it a really timely program of such, because we have the festival coming on pretty soon. It's not too far from now. Time is running so fast. So security, it's all about security. Security. You have to be careful when you lock in your house. This thing about putting things on that mat and in flower pot, and you get too wise for that nowadays. You have to think different. You understand? For those who are coming around the place, well, they might feel a little bit kind of secure, but still, it's not a reason to, having your keys, in them kind of being disposed in such a way, I would say. And going back to the carnival, people look forward to different aspects of carnival. You have quite a number of aspects of carnival that people look forward to. For me, my aspect of carnival that I really look forward to is the musical aspects. For example, the calypso competition and the calypso songs and all that. Other people might look forward to the Queen show. Some might look forward to the Steel Band. Some might look forward to the Pretty Mass. But what we are saying, whatever the case may be, we're trying to safeguard. You take up that sort of position so as to safeguard yourself and your loved ones by what you do. Don't drop your guards for no reason at all. All right? Because you might tend to regret it. I thank you so very much and look forward to being with you next Tuesday, God's will, where we'll endeavor to bring you another topic of interest. My name is Jester-Noel, and she is.
I am CJ.
Oh gosh.
Thank you all. See you all next week.
All right.
Oh, wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. Two good friends always there. Let the sunlight